All right, welcome back. This is Series 16. We're still in Bereshith, which is Genesis. We're going to be in chapter 27. Again, if you've been following along, it's a lot that has taken place up until this point. This next session, we're going to get more into the personality of women as well. We're going to see how they display their personality with their wives and things of that nature. And it's just this helps everyone. Not even if you're in a relationship, if you're a single woman, this just gives you more reasons to stay single or to desire to get married if that's your choice. But again, for most people in Christianity, because this is what the main topic is, and if you're involving God in the Bible, you want to take caution and pray and ask God in all your dealings and situations. Now, you may get a male that approaches you that doesn't believe in the same God. Now, how you think your life will go then? It's going to be a constant back and forth. Double-mindedness is going to be one doesn't want to do this and the other doesn't want to do that. It's going to be you going to church, they not going to church. What type of relationship you got then? It's going to be back and forth, right? So you want to get someone with the same beliefs. All right. So make sure y'all got the same beliefs, the same God. That's a common theme here. They both believe in the same God. All right. So that's important. So in chapter 27, you start at verse 5. And Rivkah heard when Yishak spoke to Esau his son, and Esau went to the field to hunt wild game and to bring it. Now, this is key here. You have to read the earlier verses and passages to see what's going on, what's being talked about. But we see Rivkah heard when Yishak spoke to Esau his son. All right, so Esau came out first. Remember, he was hairy, red all over. All right, they said that's his son. All right. Why is it separation between the two kids? All right. And Rivkah, why is she listening in on their conversation? They're one, right? That's her child as well. But why is she sneaking, listening in? So males, if you have a wife or if you have a woman around, they paying attention. They listening. They listening to what's going on. Drama, right? So if you're trying to display something to someone in secret, make sure it's in secret. Find out where you're going to be talking at, a secure place, and remove your cell phones. They be tracking cell phones, trying to listen in on your conversations and things like that. People are not the company. All right. You may have companies out there that say they're doing a good job and things like that. These people, you went to school with some of these people that's police officers or judges or doctors today. Do you trust them operating on you? How they treated you in school and things like that? Those who became a pastor or went out to be a construction worker and things, do you trust them working on your home? You think they're going to do a good job 100% just because the job say they're going to do it? Or do they look at you as a person and judge that way? All right. So that's something to think about. All right. So verse 6, and Rivkah spoke to Jacob, her son, saying, see, I heard your father speak to Esau, your brother, saying, bring me wild game and make me a tasty dish to eat, and bless you in the presence of, we have the name of God right there, before my death. So, her son, Jacob, all right, you see, she's telling him what's going on. She's going with the kids like it's 2-on-2 basketball. Me and you versus Esau and your dad. Now she remember they said he's a complete man, right? So she's going and told him, look, I heard your father speak to your brother, Esau, your brother, saying, do this, do that before my death, so he can bless you in the prayer. Look what's going on. It's like a relationship almost, Let's see what's going on. All right, verse 8. And now, my son, listen to my voice according to what I command you. Now, where do we remember this? Listen to my voice. Remember Hagar and Sarah? Remember she told Abram, listen to me, and he listened to her about, having a child through Hagar. So that's a key here. And we see that she's acting more like the father than the father is. Because remember, Hagar had a child, Ishmael, and he wanted the blessing to go through Ishmael. That's who he chose, his son, right? So we see Yishak is doing the same thing, his son. He chose his son. Now, she's saying, and now my son. Listen to my voice. This is who she chooses. So you got to figure out which ones is figuring out which kids do the parents assume that's theirs. Because does he look more like the mom? That's why. Or he act more like me? That's why. You got to think about that. All right. Before you get in a relationship and have kids, think about that. All right. Verse 8. And now, my son, listen to my voice according to what I command you. Please go to the flock and bring me 2 choice young goats, and I make a tasty dish from them for your father, such as he loves. This is key here. She knows what his father loves. All right, she knows him. All right, she knows him. They been doing this for 20 years, getting to know each other, constantly. So if you think if someone is, constantly making love to each other for all that time, they're not gonna know. They're gonna know each other. The more you do it, the more frequently you do it, the more you know about your spouse. All right. If y'all not touching each other, if y'all not together, y'all not around each other, you're not cooking for. How you gonna know what they love to eat? The dishes that they like and things like that. That's a good woman though. All right, she knows what he loves. All right. So if you got a woman you dating her, does she know you? Does she know what you would like to eat? Does she know how to prepare you a meal that's good for you? All right, those are the qualities you want to look for. All right. Verse 10. And you shall take it to your father, and he shall eat it, so that he might bless you before his death. So we see here she's trying to steal the blessing from his son for hers. All right. Verse 11. And Jacob said to Rivkah, his mother, see, Esau, my brother, is a hairy man, and I am a smooth-skinned man. All right. What kids you have that's real hairy? All right. It's daughters too. It could come out hairy. Same type of description of Esau, right? And then you got, I am a smooth-skinned man. How many people you know that is very smooth-skinned? How many women you know like smooth-skinned men? How many women you know like hairy man more? Who prefer that? Those are things you got to look at. All right. Some may think a smooth-skinned man, that's more girly or things like that. Girls may say that, or he's so hairy. That's so manly-ish and all that. It's certain things, certain qualities people like. All right. So you got to get to know them before you could just assume and just think that you're the one, the go-to for all. All right. Verse 12. What if my father touches me? Then I shall be like a deceiver in his eyes, and shall bring a curse on myself and not a blessing. But his mother said to him, let your curse be on me, my son. Only obey my voice and go get them for me. So we got a key point here. When we get down in the future of serious, it's a Bible verse that talk about obey your father and mother, right? He asks his mother, what if my father touches me? He knows his skin doesn't feel like his brother. He knows he's not his brother. He said, then I shall be like a deceiver in his eyes. Why should he be like a deceiver? Because his father would have found out that he's not his son or Esau, because he is his son, right? He still is his son. So that's the truth. He's still his son. He has a different name, right? Or, he can still say, I'm Esau now in a way that, he's saying that he's his brother. They're the same. Sometimes people, try to take the place of their brothers and things like that. We're going to see as we go on, when we talk about man, how one man was supposed to take the wife of his brother who passed away and have a family through them. So it's like the same. All right. So we're going to see more about that. But we talk about being a deceiver. All right. Taking something that's not yours or intended for you. That's what brothers sometimes do. And see, this is the younger brother who's cool with that. He's cool with going along with this plan with his mother. All right. So that's interesting. So we see that type of relationship here. They're cool with being a deceiver. Now, why can't he just go straight to his dad and just let him know, like, hey, like, this is me, I want this, see what he say. Why he didn't do that? He's listening to his mother now. So, you have some parents that will give you more leeway and some who won't. You may go ask your mother for certain gifts rather than going to go ask your dad, or the other kid may go ask their dad instead of their mom. They're choosing now because they know that their dad would say yes or their mom would say yes, right? And now she's telling him, obey my voice and go get them for me. Because look, she's saying to let the curse be on her. She gonna take the blame for it because she know how to get back with her dad, with his dad. She know what to do to make him happy and things like that. She know how to, work him now. They done been together for so long. She know what to do. So she's so confident in her abilities to make him fall in love that she's having to do this. So let's continue on. And he went and fetched them and brought them to his mother. And his mother made a tasty dish such as his father loved. And Rivkah took the best garments of her elder son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them on Jacob, her younger son. Now, see, she still know both her boys. All right, she went and took the garments of her elder son Esau. Remember, they're one now. So she's still one with him. She's still Yishak. They're still one, right? Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. So she's acting as Yishak now. And then she went and grabbed the older son clothes. Now, would he be mad about that? The older brother, he probably would. He probably would be mad about that because he's like, why are you taking my clothes, right? Why are you using my clothes? That's one thing to think about. Who's stealing your clothes? Does your younger brother want to wear your clothes and things like that? Or is your mother urging them to, pass down your clothes and things like think about those things. We see these same things going on today. All right. So, verse 16. And she put the skins of the young goats on his hands and on the smooth part of his neck. She knows what their dad is going to do. She knows he's probably going to touch him, where he's going to touch him at, because he knows where to touch Esau. He knows where spots feels different and things like that. So she already knows him. That's key. All right, get a woman that knows you. Verse 17. Then she gave the tasty dish and the bread which she had prepared into the hand of her son Jacob. And he went to his father and said, my father. And he said, here I am. Who are you, my son? See, this is key here. Who are you, my son? He probably knew it wasn't him. He said, here I am. He knew he wasn't him, right? He cool with that lie. That's another key point. All right. 19. And Jacob said to his father, I am Esau, your firstborn son. I have done as you said to me. Please rise, sit and eat of my wild game, so that your being might bless me. All right, so verse 20. But Yishak said to his son, how is it that you have found it so quickly, my son? And he said, because we have the name of God right there, your Elohim brought it to me. You see this? Wow, what kind of child you have that's a liar? The dad probably knew that he was lying. He knew what's going on. He probably knows what comes with the blessing that God has for them and how you have to live for it. He knows probably if it's hard or not. And he's looking at the other son. How did you find it so quickly? He knows that it takes a long time, a while to hunt and get something to make a tasty meal. So, and you see that he's able to get the food right away. That could be a different reason why the blessing had to come to get through the other son, Jacob, because he has everything readily right away. He didn't have to go hunt for it or anything. He already knew where the goats were. Went to go get it. Bam, meal already made. Look how easy it was for his mother to do what she had to do to take care of him, right? Now, if you got to go hunt, go get that. Same thing. If you got to go get that money first, go get it and come back and then try to figure out what to do, you may be tired by the time you do that. All right. So it's a lot that's going on into it. But as you see here, he's okay with lying to his dad. All right, he's asking him questions. He probably knows that it's not Esau, and he's cool with going with the plan because his mother told him to do it. So his mom knows, what's going on, and she's okay with going with that too. So we're gonna continue on. He also brought up God. He said, God brought it to me. Wow, that's crazy. Verse 21. Then Yishak said to Jacob, please come near so that I feel you, my son, whether you truly are my son Esau or not. And Jacob went near to Yishak his father, and he felt him and said, the voice is the voice of Jacob, but the hands are the hands of Esau. See that's the clear description right there. He knew it. He knows his voice. You can't change your voice. You can't lie to me. I know he knows his child. He knows it. But then he looks, he said, but the hands are the hands of Esau. Why? What did she put on his hands? She knows what to put on his hands to deceive Yishak. So that's a key. And he did not recognize him, for his hands were hairy like his brother Esau's hands, and he blessed him. And he said, are you truly my son Esau? And he said, I am. All right, so we see that he takes the blessing from his brother. Now he's assuming the role of his brother now because he stole a blessing. All right, he stole it. That's evil. All right, but he did what his mother told him to do. So how can you knock that? The mother told him to do it. You had to obey your parents, right? We're going to get into some key points. But this is that reading here. It's some more to go into this, but we'll get more to that soon. But other than that, God bless.